You see this? This is how he had himself bound. Have you ever had it going to work? The fact that you have to go again and again and again every single week just to make a paycheck to live? Most people do. Work is work because nobody likes it. But have you ever called in sick to work even though you weren't sick? Or just waited in bed or at home long enough that you're a little bit late to work just because you don't want to be there? But would you kidnap yourself not to go to work?
Considered faking your own kidnapping.
Yeah, just a bizarre story tonight out of Coolidge involving an elaborate plot.
Today I want to look at a man who kidnapped himself so he could avoid work, and what you shouldn't do if you plan to kidnap yourself and not go to work. First of all, I want to make this known. Don't kidnap yourself not to go to work. I mean, look at it like this. There's a lot of reasons not to kidnap yourself not to go to work. A, it's going to be found out. And B, if you really hate your job that much, just quit. That's it, just quit. But anyway, let's look what we can learn from this man about how not to fake your kidnapping to avoid work.
This is how 19-year-old Brandon Souls was found February 10th, roughed up and helpless, telling Coolidge police he was kidnapped, when in actuality, he did this to himself.
All right, let's talk about what he got right and what he didn't get right in kidnapping himself. First, what he got right. Yep, you're right, absolutely nothing. Now, let's move on to what he didn't get right. I'm going to organize this from the least important to the most important. The first thing. Do you see the amount of dirt on this man? Like, listen to what he said about his kidnapping.
He informed us that he was hit in the head and stuffed in a car in front of his home.
You heard that? He said he got hit in the back of his head at home, and then they dropped him off in a nearby ravine. How did they give you all that dirt if they just dropped you off right there? Secondly, why would they drop you off right there if they're trying to get information from you? Right in the open. The next, the way he's bound. If you look at the picture, you can see the way he's bound is incredibly stupid. Why? You can look at it and you can tell that you can easily get away from that or let yourself loose. For instance, look at this. You see this? This is how he had himself bound. The third thing is he could have just ran away. Look, his feet are not bound at all. He literally could have just ran away. Look, if this was a real situation and I was trapped and they let me free, oh, you bet I'm getting up the second that they leave. Everybody would. Easily. That was right there was a telltale sign. The next is the way he forgot to make a solid alibi. The next is that he forgot to make a solid alibi. Looking at the case, you can tell the man did not think whatsoever on making an alibi for his plan to work.
Brandon explaining the so-called kidnapping was over a large amount of money that his father had hid somewhere around town. That elaborate story all made up, along with a slew of text message evidence he claimed to have.
When he got to the police, he said he went outside. He was going to his car. Out of nowhere, somebody hit him and put him in the back of a trunk because his father had riches he hidden around. Probably one of the most dumbest things I heard, but that's what he said. The next is the way he didn't check his surroundings. The police went and checked the surroundings he was at. and they found footage of him just walking his house, no people in sight to check him.
And this occurred a little after 7 o'clock in the morning. But when we located video surveillance of in front of his home, we were able to see no such thing.
Or, you know, hit him in the head. This right here was easily the smoking gun that got him caught. Anyway, the aftermath of this is the man lost his job. He doesn't have to worry about going to work anymore because he can't go to work anymore. And he's also getting criminal charges from this. From this, we can learn one thing. Just don't fake your kidnapping. If you don't want to go to work one day, call in sick. If you call in sick too much, well, that's another problem. If you really hate your job, just quit. Nobody likes going to work. And also, when you fake your kidnapping, you do know that people are now scared to be out in their own homes. A fake kidnapping means that there might be a person trying to get everybody else around the area, and nobody wants that. Yeah, that was it.